Okay, hello. Can you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from, please?
Yeah, so I'm Jordan Paulus. I'm from Oregon. I'm a lifelong Oregonian that's on the west coast of the USA. Proud to be in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. I'm in Canby, Oregon. That's a suburb of Portland. I'm at work where I am a public school teacher.
Great. Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for giving us some of your time this morning. Can you
Absolutely.
tell us a little bit about your musical background? I mean, the USA is not really known for its British-style brass bands. Do you come from the brass side of things? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a band nerd, just through and through. And in the US, that typically means concert band, wind ensemble, brass, woodwinds, and percussion. But I do play brass instruments. I'm a huge brass nerd as well. My primary is actually French horn, and then I play trumpet and jazz. Oddly enough, neither of those instruments are really part of the British style brass band, but cornet, B-flat cornet is similar enough. But it's just a lot of the composers I've heard for wind ensemble music. Philip Spark is a name that comes to mind. I just researching more about them and looking at more of their pieces. They actually write for British brass band almost primarily, and that's really cool to see. And it was just an exciting opportunity to actually compose for British brass band as well.
Yeah, well, with Cory Band, we visited the east coast of the USA a couple of times, but we've never been to the west coast. So how did you find out about the Cory Band? Was it through the competition or?
Yeah, it's really through that, just being a nerd and trying to listen to more music from the composers that I love. I kind of found out about this, and I've always been interested in composition. Education first and foremost for me, but composing and arranging for beginning band students here in our school system, we actually have band as a curricular class, and that's what I fell in love with, and I get to do it all day, every day. I tell my students, which is great.
So can you tell us a little bit about the piece that you submitted and has made it onto the shortlist for our competition? It was very exciting for us to play it.
Yeah, so of non-human origin, that's kind of a phrase that I heard first of all this summer, just from a briefing from a former U.S. Intelligence officer that said that we've come in contact with vehicles of non-human origin. And I know it's maybe stereotypical for an American composer to write about aliens, but I thought that was a really interesting phrase and an interesting concept for for especially for brass, that the amount of power that we can get in intensity. So I kind of wanted to write using that as an inspiring idea, just vehicles, or the idea that there might be vehicles out there that are way beyond our technology and are zooming around, kind of the fear and the mystery and the awe and the wonder, all those different emotions that go into that.
Yes, that subject never really fails to fire the human imagination, does it? Whether there's life out there or not. So it's a ripe ground for creative activities. So yeah, like I said, a very exciting piece which we really enjoyed playing. You haven't heard that performance yet, so just tell me how you're feeling about it all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely blown away. Like I think I've already mentioned, I've never written for a British brass band. I'm not super familiar with it. So this was just an exciting opportunity. I commend Cory Band for opening this up internationally to anyone who wants to apply. I thought I would check it out and submit something, see what happened. I was not expecting to hear back on my first try, but I'm absolutely blown away. And again, it's one thing arranging for my own students who are beginners, but another entirely to write for a world-class brass band and actually have them perform. So I am very excited.
Good, glad to hear it. Well, thanks again for your time. Best of luck with the competition. Absolutely. And thanks again for entering your piece, Jordan. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Philip.